Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Sue.
Okay, everyone, it's time for another episode of Marketing School, and today we're going to talk about how you can cut your Facebook advertising costs. I'm your host, Eric Sue.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I think, when you're doing Facebook advertising or any type of advertising at all, your objective is not to just get a win right out the gate. It's typically not going to happen. Your objective is to find some semblance of traction and start to bring the numbers down over time. You're looking for key spots to optimize in the beginning. So let's start with Facebook ads here. With Facebook ads, when you're starting out, one thing you can do is you can go into your reporting in the ads manager and take a look at the placements that are costing you too much money. For example, if you're targeting ages between 18 and 65, which I hope you're not, you can see clearly which age segments perform the best for your ads. For example, if I'm selling enterprise software, I probably don't want to reach out to the segments of 18 to 25. I probably want to reach people that are 25 and maybe to ages 55. But you're not going to know anything until you have the actual data there, and you can see clearly your cost per acquisitions, everything, the click-through rate and all the engagement numbers, what they are, and from there you can decide which placements to cut.
The other thing I like doing is looking at CTR. The way Facebook advertising works, actually all advertising works this way, they typically look at how many impressions are they serving up and how many clicks are you generating. The more clicks you generate per impression, the cheaper they will charge you per action, right? So what you want to do is look at which placements have the shittiest click-through rate. Typically, your sidebar ads have terrible click-through rate. Typically, your Instagram campaigns will be hurting your numbers. So if you start turning off the campaigns like the sidebar ads or the Instagram ads, you'll notice that your Facebook overall ad costs will go down and your relevance score will go up.
Neil, what's relevance score?
Sure, relevance score is a metric 0 to 10 in which Facebook identifies how good your ad is. 10 being great, and the higher your number is, the cheaper your cost per like, per click, whatever it may be that you're optimizing for, right? Or per CPM. When your relevance score is at a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or 5, they're going to be charging you more. Why? Because they're showing your ad to a ton of people and you're not generating enough clicks. So if you're only paying based off every time there's a conversion, or even if you're just paying per CPM, it kind of sucks, because if you're not getting a lot of clicks, that means you're just wasting money.
Right. And one thing, this is a mistake I've made in the past, but if you scroll through your Facebook feed, sometimes you're going to see posts or advertisements that have thousands of likes, tons of people sharing it. And I've always wondered in the past, how the heck do I get there? Because for me, I might be lucky if I get even 10 likes or 10 shares on a advertisement. The key that you want to look for here is you want to make sure that you're promoting one specific post. A lot of times people will make 10 different ad sets because they want to try different variations or different types of targeting, and they're running it to 10 new ads. Instead of doing that, you want to run it to one advertisement instead, and that way you can let that engagement build up on just one post. Let everything stack up on one post, and the benefit behind that, there have been studies. I'm trying to recall who did a study here exactly. We'll have to link to this, but basically, if you do that, you're going to drive your CTRs higher because people like to click on things that other people are supporting already. And then your CPCs are going to go down and your overall CPA, your cost per acquisition, is going to go down as well. And then you're going to start to make more money from your campaign.
One other thing that you should start looking at is your images. After your ad has been running for a while, what you'll notice is the same people are seeing the ad over and over again. It's frequency. When you can keep your frequency as close as possible to 1, you'll notice that your cost for the advertising is lower. So what you need to do is continually upload new creatives. I know this is really simple, but you'll be shocked on how many people don't do this. Facebook shows you the frequency. If frequency starts getting too high, you'll notice that you'll start paying through the roof for those ads. Just think of it this way. If you keep seeing the same ad over and over again and you never clicked on it in the first place, why would you click on it later on? Chances are you weren't. For that reason, you need to continually adjust your creatives. And you can test different versions. I remember I was running a campaign targeted towards Brazil. And it was marketing related, right? I was trying to get them over to my fan page, like it, and my fan page is purely about marketing. What I ended up doing, which was really effective, is I would go out there and I would just try different images like of Brazil, the Brazil flag, yellow Camaro. There's actually a song in Brazil that talks about how girls love yellow Camaros. I don't know why, but I started putting pictures of yellow Camaros, the Brazil flag, just landmarks within Brazil. And I noticed by testing a lot of these ads that my overall cost was going down because people were like, oh wow, Neil's doing marketing in Brazil and there's a Brazil flag there. So my cost per like was the cheapest when I was using the Brazil flag or the yellow Camaro.
Awesome. And one thing you can do, Neil talks about testing different variations, and it sounds like it can be daunting. So some of you are probably wondering, well, what if I rather have something programmatic that will shut things off if they're not performing, and something that can create a ton of variations? Well, there are options out there. The first one is called Ad Espresso, and that's going to let you create a ton of different variations at once. It'll basically make different, it'll set different permutations for your headlines, your images at the same time, and then you can set certain thresholds. If your CPA or CTR goes too high, it's going to shut down, or your CTR goes too low, it'll shut down as well, and then it'll kind of auto optimize for you and kind of show you what's winning over time. So Ad Espresso is one. Another one's called Quaya. So that's spelled Qwaya. Quaya. So Quaya and Ad Espresso are very similar. Ad Espresso has really good content on Facebook ads, by the way, and just advertising in general. And if you want to make ads at scale, I'm thinking you have to make 5 to 6 ads at a time. That way you can test rapidly. You don't want to just do one, go to your designer, have them do another one. Because first of all, designers freaking hate doing banner ads, and they're going to kick your ass if you keep asking to do banner ads over and over. Trust me, I've done this before, and I've gotten the hate from designers. And so you can go to a site called Design Pickle, so the pickle that you eat, and it's $370 a month. You get unlimited designs, and they're actually pretty good at what they do, and you can just make tons of ads. You can make blog images too. You can go all across the board.
When it comes to ad images, I don't even want to pay the $300. I just go to my Fotolia account and I just start taking images, right? Because I'm paying for a subscription. It's way cheaper, and I just upload them in bulk. Some people use Google Images. I don't do that because there's a lot of copyright issues. Another thing that you should test when you're running your ads is not optimizing for costs. A lot of people look at like campaigns or just clicks to a website, and they try to get the clicks for the cheapest amount or the likes for the cheapest amount. And what you'll find is not every single visitor or every single like is equal. Now I'll give you 2 scenarios here. When I was running a like campaign for Brazil, I was trying to build an audience. I now have over 100,000 likes just from marketers in Brazil trying to learn more about marketing. One campaign was costing me around 3 cents a like. I had another campaign that was costing me around 10 cents a like. And some ad people went in there and they're like, Neil, this guy's name was Ben. He's like, Neil, you should be turning off the one that's 10 cents a like. Why would you pay 10 cents when you could be paying 3 cents? But when you dive down and you look at clicks and engagement, because Facebook breaks it down per campaign, the one that was at 10 cents was literally getting 7x the comments and shares than the one that was at 3 cents or whatever price it was. That's a huge difference. So in essence, why would you want fans that don't engage? It's not about just getting the cheapest amount of fans or the cheapest fan and getting them in quantity. It's about quality. You want the best fans, the one that engage. Because our EdgeRank algorithm, if you have less fans but more of them are sharing the content, it'll start showing that content to their friends and other people, right? That's how Facebook works. That's virality. Now, when you're driving traffic to a website, don't just look for the cheapest clicks either. Target the right people, your ideal buyers. Cut out anyone who may not be your ideal buyer. Sure, you may end up spending more per click, but it'll convert way better. I have a webinar, and we drive Facebook traffic to it. We first started off doing remarketing and getting clicks at roughly 20 cents, which wasn't too bad, and it was converting. But you know what? We started paying $1 per click, and it sucked, and I was like, whoa, how are we going to make the numbers work? But those people were way more qualified. Sure, it cost more money, more than 5x, but the conversion rate was so much higher that it was actually more profitable than those 20-cent clicks.
Awesome. And just to close things off, lead ads is something not a lot of people are talking about right now. I suspect, eventually, depending on whenever you listen to this, maybe it becomes a big thing. But using lead ads, basically, you're allowed to collect information directly from Facebook's app. And there's a study done by Ad Espresso with lead ads, if you're asking one question, your conversion rate is way higher. Versus if you're asking 7 to 8 questions from an individual, your conversion rate is going to be way lower. So I think he mentioned starting off, if you have one question, maybe your conversion rate can be as high as 30 to 40%. If you add too many questions, it's going to drop super low, and you're going to be paying a lot of money. But the idea is, because you're entering information from directly within the app, well, the conversion rates are going to be higher. And now you can use tools like Connect Leads to connect Facebook ads into your CRM, into your webinar jam, into your GoToWebinar, whatever you're using exactly, it'll connect with that, and then you can start collecting leads that way, collecting signups that way, and then start to make more money ultimately from Facebook and cut your costs down. So with that being said, I think we're going to close out this episode, and we'll see you in the next episode of Marketing School.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.